This Android tablet is unlike any offering from Samsung and Xiaomi, with XPPen having 2 decades of experience in manufacturing these types of tablets. We can be sure that this 3-in-1 display device does have a place on the market on AliExpress, and it is at the top of its class for note-taking, sketching, drawing, and reading. It features a low eye strain 90Hz wide color gamut 11-inch screen and the button that switches it to ink paper mode. There is an 8000 mAh battery which lasts 3 days of my moderate usage. While this stylus is closely comparable to Samsung's S Pen, the display pressure sensitivity of the XPPen Magic Note is what sets it apart. The brand XPPen has been around for a long time, since 2005. They've been specializing in graphics tablets used by professional artists. It's a Chinese company, and I think it's interesting that the brand does not spend heavily on marketing. Knowing the brand's history is what ultimately led me to pick this up. Before we cover more of its features, let's take a look at the package contents and what to expect when making this purchase through AliExpress. Included in the box, we have a beautiful felt case, the electromagnetic resonance stylus, a right-angle USB-C to C cable, and a 20-watt wall adapter. Also included are a few replacement stylus tips alongside a tool to swap them out. By the way, the box came very well protected. The included case is perfect in my opinion. Its magnetic attachments on the back are very strong, and on the front, they allow for a smooth opening with just the right amount of resistance. Face recognition unlock is a feature here, and I have chosen that as my preferred unlock method. That front camera is better than what I had imagined when I bought this tablet. It records 1080p video, selfies come out well, and I've been using it for my video calling on Google Meet. Around the tablet is the USB-C port, dual speakers, microphone, and the 3 button keys. The X Paper button allows us to switch the display modes. To the right of that is the power button, and finally the volume keys on the other side. Thankfully, all of them are audibly tactile and the clicking sound is nice. Overall, the tablet is built well and I can use it comfortably without a case too. Magnets on the left side of the tablet keep the stylus firmly in place, so I'm not worried about losing it. Before we talk about the display, let's talk about that stylus in detail. It is called the X3 Pro Pencil 2. There is no battery in this as the EMR technology doesn't require one, but it does have a programmable button. It supports screen hovering and 4096 levels of pressure sensitivity. It's made out of a soft touch plastic with enough density to make it feel solid. It's not the stylus, but the display that makes this product special. The display is a huge part of its value. It has an anti-glare reflective coating and it's great for its intended uses. Bezels here are not a strong suit, however, the size of these bezels do allow for a grip on either side. With a tap of the X Paper button, we can switch into the ink paper mode, which is something that really works well because of XPPen's user interface on top of Android. Also, the mode shifting animations are cool. Ink paper is different from e-ink that you'd typically find on a traditional e-reader like a Kindle, and it's not the same technology as e-paper either. Instead, this is based on TCL's Next Paper tech. In this mode, it visually has the same level of eye comfort that made those older display technologies like e-ink really appealing. I can comfortably read and draw up some notes. The function of X Paper mode goes beyond that. For example, I use it often to check my emails late in the day before I go to bed. Same with replying to YouTube comments, updating my YouTube membership tab, bill payments, and calendar scheduling. I use it for mobile banking and web browsing. Let's get back to the stylus. The pen tip glides smoothly on the display, similar to a gel pen on paper, and it is an audibly pleasant experience. I do not get awkward pen tapping noises here. Both the anti-glare coating and the pen are designed well to simulate the traditional note-taking experience. If you ever need to swap in a spare pen tip, the process is very easy. For drawing and taking notes, XPPen has their own app which has support for pressure-sensitive penmanship. The standout feature here is 16,000 levels of pressure sensitivity on the display. This pressure sensitivity, of course, is usable on all 3 display modes. Besides ink paper mode, there is a light color mode, which is perfect for browsing blog sites or news articles with minimal images. XPPen has tastefully designed the UI elements to give enough differentiation between this and the natural wide color array that the panel is capable of. In light color mode, I love to watch documentaries on YouTube. Within the small suite of useful pre-installed apps is NextVision. we can be certain that XPPen is making no secret of this close collaboration with TCL. In the natural color mode, we have a setting that makes all YouTube videos pleasant to watch. Also, in part thanks to its anti-glare reflective coating. The 90Hz refresh rate is expected at the price range, and I'm very happy to see it work well on the tablet. I think the job that TCL has done with this tablet is phenomenal in giving us eye comfort adjustments. The Honor Pad V9 also does a great job at this. I find the filters of that tablet to be excellent as well. However, the note-taking and sketching abilities are why I'd choose this over any other tablet. Now let's talk about the general performance, gaming, and finally, the user experience that XPPen has delivered. The Magic Notepad is powered by MediaTek's MT8781. It's an octa-core processor, which is a rebranded version of the Helio G99. It has been used in many 90Hz enabled devices, and it is capable of pushing enough power to make for smooth operation. Touching on the subject of RAM capacity, it is sufficient for my multitasking. This is not marketed as a gaming tablet, but I wanted to give it a try on Asphalt 9. It's not a bad experience, but I wouldn't buy it for competitive gaming. Light gaming is enjoyable, and it's miles ahead of the best e-paper tablets. It had been a while since I've used an anti-glare display for gaming, so it was refreshing to me, and it sure is nice to see less fingerprint marks on the screen afterwards. The benefit of going with something like this NextPaper enabled display over a traditional e-paper tablet is the refresh rate. In certain games, you can actually get it to run at 90 frames. I would definitely choose the Honor Pad V9 over this if the main objective was to buy a gaming tablet or to watch movies. These are secondary priorities for someone who's looking to buy a NextPaper enabled tablet, so it kind of goes without saying. The only artist who I wouldn't recommend this to is someone who is in dire need of a micro SD card slot. It's not present here, so we are limited to the 128GB of internal storage and cloud services. Now, most artists are using paid services that offer cloud storage, and they would want to back up their sketches to the cloud anyways. Same goes for notes, so this is a small exception. As a reviewer, it's my job to let you know. Overall, I'm very pleased with the product that XPPen has delivered, and I would confidently recommend it for sketching, note-taking, and reading. The link to pick it up from AliExpress will be in the description below. AliExpress is holding its anniversary sale from the 16th of June to June 25th, offering up to 80% off site-wide. So you can use those codes in the description to receive further discounts as well. If you have any questions about the Magic Notepad, drop them in the comments and I can help you out. If you appreciate the time that it took to make a real review of this device, then let me know by hitting the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon in an upcoming video. Bye for now.